Hello dear learners, I'm Christina Georgie and I welcome you to my channel. This video is exclusively dedicated to all my dear young enthusiastic +1 student subscribers. It's the exam season and I understand that you're worried about facing the upcoming examinations amidst this COVID-19 situation. Nevertheless, I'm here to help you out. So from the students' feedback, I could identify that the one question that annoys most of you is the very last question that appears in your English question paper, which is the one last but important question. Yes, indeed, the question regarding the critical appreciation of poems. Yes, you can see such a question on screen. This is from one of your previous question papers. So this brings us to a very topic for discussion today: how to attempt a question on the critical appreciation of poems. For the attention of all my dear learners, let me once again clarify that this video explanation is exclusively based on +1 HSC syllabus and question pattern. And for the special attention of all my dear learners from the BA MA streams, I'll be uploading a video on the same topic for you as well very soon, so stay notified for the updates. For the ease of understanding, we'll divide this video into two parts. You're watching part 1. So in part 1, we'll discuss the importance of this question and how to attempt it in order to score high marks for your examination. So why is this question important? Let me ask you. Should you attempt this question? Are only those students who learn extremely well expected to answer this question? Of course not. This is a very interesting question which could be answered by students of all learning levels. I'll explain that reason. This is because this is a scoring question, and this is especially an A+ scoring questions. There is also this another category of learners who constantly pray and wish to pass the examination. Here is good news for such learners because you can definitely attempt this question. You know the reason? It's because if you attempt it in a way that I would let you know, you'll definitely score minimum marks. You know, this is an 8-mark question. So you could score at least half of it if you attempt it as per the tricks and techniques that I'm going to tell you. It is very important for each and every learner to clearly understand the meaning of critical appreciation. It simply means to analyze the particular poem given. In this process, a reader examines and evaluates a piece of literature. In your case, the piece of literature given is poetry, and who is the reader? You yourself. And this critical appreciation should provide insight into the elements which make up the poem. So which are these elements? Let's have a look at that. So here I'll be discussing only those elements relevant to the HSC examination point of view. Firstly, diction. What do you mean by the term diction? It is simply the choice and use of words and phrases in speech or writing. Here we are speaking about writing. See, alphabets combine to form words, words combine to form phrases, and phrases along with words combine to form sentences. And it is this use of words and phrases that helps us find out the tone of the poem. What do you mean by the tone of the poem? The tone in a poem indicates a particular feeling. It is the feeling expressed by the poet through the poem. So it could vary from a very happy tone to a sad tone. Some poems present humorous tone, some are serious, etc. Now, moving on to the most important aspect, you are supposed to recognize the basic theme of the poem presented to you. The theme is simply the lesson about life or statement about human nature that the poem expresses. These are the mandatory mentions that you are supposed to write at any cost. So there are some more elements I'll let you know. Firstly, figures of speech. You must have heard about this. You must have heard about similes, metaphors, etc. All these are figurative languages, and these may consist of a single word or phrase. For example, if this given poem has a line as white as snow, then you will suddenly recognize, or rather you should recognize that is a simile. I hope you have better understanding regarding figures of speech. If not, do let me know in the comment section so that I could think of doing a video on that. Moving on to the structure, it would be great if you could mention the structure as well. We don't see many learners writing these stanzas, rhyme schemes, etc. It's very simple actually. Stanzas, you could count the number of stanzas, right? You could also count the number of lines if you want. And rhyme scheming is also interesting. Remember, it is the rhyme, rhythm and meter that differentiates a poem from a prose. So if you could mention the rhyme scheme also, it would be wonderful. See here, let me explain the basic steps to follow while attempting this question. Firstly, you will have to spend some time to read the question very thoroughly. So my suggestion for you is, firstly read the poem. Secondly, read the poem once again, and while doing this reading, prepare yourself to write the draft. By draft, I am referring to your write-up, your answer. So while doing the second reading itself, you will have to have an idea regarding the central theme of the poem, which are the literary devices used, is there any prominent tone or message given by the poem. All such things should be analyzed in your mind, and then you could prepare the draft, your write-up. And how should you prepare that? It should be systematically organized. How do you organize these paragraphs? I'll tell you that. And once you have written that, you will have to spend a few minutes to edit or revise the draft as necessary. Always make sure that you spend a few minutes rereading what you have written, so that you could edit it accordingly and present the best answer possible. So how do you organize your paragraphs? Ideally, your answer should include an introduction. It is in the introduction where you write about the poet and the background. So very often they give you the name of the poet as well. So in the sample that we looked at, it is a sample taken from a previous question paper for HSC English paper. So there they had given the poet's name. What was the poet's name? It was given Emily Dickinson. So if you already know who Emily Dickinson is, you have this privilege of writing the background. Like you could write that she is an American poet. Okay, such things could be written in the introductory paragraph, and then you are supposed to write 1 or 2 paragraphs depending upon the length of the poem. If that is a very lengthy poem, you can write 2 paragraphs. If it is a small poem as per the length, then you can write a paragraph regarding the content of the poem. What do you mean by the content? It means the essence of what is written there. So what if you don't totally understand and you don't know how to write that? Here is where you will have to do smart work. I'll help you do smart work. Simply paraphrase the lines, my dear learners. What do you mean by paraphrasing the lines? See, you will be provided lines with rhyme and rhythm written as if a poem, right? You will have to simply reorder the words and arrange it properly in prose. I hope you got the cue. So paraphrasing itself would fetch you the minimum marks. So if your answer consists of an introduction and a detailed summary, you might get at least 5 marks out of 8. So it is very easy for you to score a minimum of 4 to 5 marks for this question. So what if you want to score above 5 or 6? Then comes the most crucial part. You will have to attempt the analysis. So analysis is the third or fourth paragraph of your answer. And here you will have to mention the theme, tone, diction, and if possible all the other elements. Now let's have a look at some useful phrases and sentences that would help you write your answers effectively. Let's have a look at them one by one. Firstly, while writing the introduction, you could make use of such a phrase, "This poem is written by," where you could fill the gap with the name of the person. While writing the summary, you could write like, "In this poem, the poet presents," or rather the poet describes, etc. What about the analysis part? You'll have to mention the diction, theme, tone, etc. So you could write, "This poem is written in a simple diction," or according to the poem given, you could write it. Then the main theme of the poem is, for example, death, love, etc. This poem conveys a sad or happy tone. I hope you find this useful. With that, we come to the end of part 1, and I really hope you had a brief idea regarding how to attempt a question on critical appreciation of a poem. So, if you find this video useful, make sure that you like and share this video, and stay tuned and subscribe to my channel for the upcoming video, which is part 2. We'll meet again soon. Till then, take care, prepare well. Thanks for watching.